ICE agent gets the most brutal talking to their entire adult lives. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the whole 14-minute thing, but it's mostly just the same thing over and over again. But I'm gonna play 30 seconds of it.
We don't believe you. We don't believe you, bro. Yo, you're an armed agent of the state. You work for the people that's oppressing us. There's nothing to believe about you. Real talk. Like, I don't know, you come out here, you want to fake jacks and play this illusion like you a good guy. You're not good guys.
I didn't say that.
Word up. So like,
say anything.
but you just said, we said that. We shouldn't believe you. We have no reason to believe you.
Right to not believe you.
Yeah, we don't believe you at all.
Have that right
You
to
a
not-
catcher freeman. During the slavery days, you ran around catching free black people. That's what your job is.
During the slavery days, you were running around catching free black people. So is he calling him a race traitor? Is he saying that being paid to do a job is wrong? Is he saying that having government officials who keep the peace is wrong? What exactly is he saying? He's just pushing left-wingisms. He's pushing hate for no real reason. Like, why is he here recording these people, talking to these people for 14 minutes? I say talking to, he's just accusing them. He starts off by just saying that he doesn't believe them, he doesn't trust them. Then what is there to say? At that point, what is there to say? What are you even going to say? If you don't believe anything that they're going to say, why are you talking to them? Just to hear yourself? And of course, you know, Reddit is just everyone's talking about how they're so proud of him and how he's a real hero. You are a real hero to human beings as a whole because you walked up and you said to someone that they're a big fat phony and you don't trust anything they say. And not only that, but accusing them of being a racist as well. I mean, accusing them of being a sellout, a sycophant, a racist. Undesirables are undesirables. Doesn't matter what gender they are, doesn't matter what color they are. And peacekeepers are peacekeepers. It doesn't matter what gender they are, doesn't matter what color they are. Needless to say, a lot of this is just the same, please make this go viral. I mean, what a pathetic sounding thing to say. Please make this clip go viral. God, that's so pathetic. And yet, what does this person even get out of saying that? Jesus wept. I mean, as a black woman, I approve this message. Arrest them all. 2028 coming soon. We ain't forgiving any of them. 50K paid to people to bring these folks if they run. So this is a concept I see a lot. Maybe I'll include it in this video. Maybe I'll make another video about it. But there's this belief amongst Democrats where they are going to win in 2028 and they're going to have like retroactively made it illegal to be an ICE agent. Like, it's not illegal right now to be an ICE agent. It's not a crime, and yet they act like it is. And they think in 2028 they're going to say, well, guess what? If you were an ICE agent before 2028, you're going to prison. It's like saying, well, if you ate a McDonald's Big Mac prior to right now when I'm signing this form that makes it illegal, then you're going to prison. Well, you're going to send hundreds of millions of people to prison then? That's ridiculous. You can't retroactively make people criminals. This coming from the people who are obsessed with, like, pardoning and stuff as well. You know, the response by the officers was basically just that's your right. Okay, sure. Leave me alone is basically what it felt like. But he just kept going. For 14 minutes, the dude just keeps going. It's another thread from Chicago. This is ICE, allegedly ICE, arresting, or as the OP puts it, disappearing teachers and staff, even though you only see one person and you don't really know who they are, from the Ryuta de Sol daycare. Now, I did look this up. This is the daycare's building. I mean, you can't see anything besides this, but this is pretty distinctive. So it is a daycare. And let's just watch the video real quick. Audio is sort of irrelevant, but you can hear her say that she has her papers, apparently. It's in Spanish, but people in comments say so. This guy goes back in. Other guy just kind of hangs on to her, as you would expect. Skip ahead a little bit. When he comes back out, he seems to be holding the door. For whom I don't know, because they've cut the video right then. Which is a very weird point in time to cut the video, I think. Like, why? I mean, you're recording all of this happening. Like, who's even recording this to begin with? But you're recording all this happening, and that's where you cut the video. I thought that was very odd. So it says teachers and staff. You don't know who she is. You don't know who else was allegedly disappeared. The first thing that comes to mind, because I question everything when it comes to mass media or social media, or whatever. First thing that comes to mind was, is it really a daycare? Like I said, I looked that up. It is. So the second thing that comes to mind is this a work day? I don't know. That's not answered. I have no idea. It could be Saturday. It could be Sunday. I don't know. Third thing that comes to mind is this operating hours? Like, for all I know, it's 7 p.m. or something. Like I don't know. Now, to be clear, if this is operating hours, if there are kids in there or whatever, then obviously this would be insane for them to do that in a school of any kind, because it would put the kids in danger, possibly traumatize them. That would be crazy. We don't have that context, though. We don't have that context. Reddit doesn't need that context, but I do. I need that context. I need the context of who is this lady? Like, does she work there? Is she an illegal alien? Like, they say like she can't be an illegal alien because she's said that she has her papers. Like, she specifically said with her mouth that she has her papers, and that means that she cannot possibly be an illegal alien, and they can't arrest her. I'm pretty sure that if Trump said that he never did anything wrong, Reddit would completely ignore that, because that's not how truth works. We don't live in the world of the invention of lying. You can't just say things. You have to have proof of it. But Reddit doesn't care. Yeah, these efforts forcibly detained either a legal permanent resident or just someone legally allowed to be here. Or she lied. One of the three things. Like, they don't know that at all. They just say, "Oh, well, she said that. She told him yo tengo papeles," and it says I have papers, so there should be no reason why they take her, unless she's lying. Like, we don't know why they took her. That's the thing. We don't know why. Maybe she is a legal alien. Maybe she's a legal resident. Maybe both of these people are just evil kidnappers, that the secret police, or maybe she was falsely reported by a coworker or some angry Karen. Like, and maybe it was an ex-boyfriend that locked her, that sold her. Also, it says police here. I don't know. Like, I mean, they've got the masks on, which is why people say ICE, and obviously what they're doing. But they're wearing police vests. I mean, it's not a police uniform. I'm not sure the legalities of that. Like, I don't really think ICE should be wearing things specifically marked as police, because that's, I mean, like, they wouldn't wear an FBI jacket, would they? That seems weird. So I don't know. Like, maybe they're just the police, like the normal police, and they're arresting her for some other reason. Like, we don't know. That's the point. We don't know. I'm not saying it's a good thing for ICE to be doing this, depending on the context, or the police, depending on the context. But I don't know if there's even kids in there. I have no idea if there's kids in there. I have no idea. It could be Sunday. It could be 8 p.m. We have no idea. And no one cares about the context, of course. All they care about is saying, and she is a drug trafficker, a murderer, the worst of the worst. So you're saying that she can't be? Are you saying that women can't be drug traffickers or murderers? Women can't be the worst of the worst? So you're sexist, is what you're saying. It amazes me that any person of color would be doing this shit. So you're racist, is what they're saying there. You're racist against white people. Oh, look, another woman. These guys are really going after the worst of the worst. Why don't these pussies go after actual gangs? So another sexist here, saying that women can't be in a gang and women can't do crime. Is anyone surprised to see the Democrats are anti-male and anti-white? Now the question is, are they Democrats, or are they PSYOP agents posting these things specifically to make you think that the Democrats are all, well, like this? That's the thing. Context is king, and context is never really provided. The closest thing we have to context in this video is the fact that it actually is the front of a daycare, and that's really all we've got to go on. We do see here the part I skipped over. You can see that she's violently abused, and she'll never recover from this. Clearly, it's absolutely brutal. I mean, Hopefully, nothing actually does happen to her, but Reddit seems to be suggesting some pretty awful things to anyone, especially the women and children that come within a 2,000-mile radius of ICE agents. And as you can see, she's just standing there, totally fine. I don't know if this is about the same daycare. Presumably it is. I don't know, but here we go.
We are enraged. I am the mother of two children who are at this daycare. Every single one of the daycare workers is afraid. Imagine taking your child to a daycare where they are now at risk of their teachers leaving them in the class because they have been detained for being brown, for speaking Spanish. My family came here to improve our situation. I am proud. I am proud of where I come from. I am proud of what my parents have done for me.
Right. So, ignoring the end where she talks about how her family came to America to make their lives better, not the country better, not the lives of people who lived in the country better, but their own lives. They came to America to make their own lives better, which means that we should pity them for some reason. Ignoring that, which is obviously ridiculous to say out loud, uh, imagine. Her argument is imagine. Imagine if people aren't being arrested because of their skin color. Imagine if they're being arrested because they're illegal aliens. Imagine if they're not being arrested because they speak Spanish. Imagine if they're being arrested because they're illegal immigrants. Imagine if she's lying. Imagine if she's stretching the truth. Imagine if this isn't really the full context. Imagine, imagine. You can say imagine for anything. I mean, this is no different from when the left wing would say, "Imagine if you had a daughter and she was essayed and she died in pregnancy or childbirth, whatever." Like, imagine. You have these people all the time who will tell you to imagine a scenario, or they'll say like, "You would agree with me if this happened to you." You could say that about any. You can convince anyone of anything if you can imagine them in a scenario where they agree with you. It's such an absurd thing to say. It's a non-argument. There's no context here. There's someone saying imagine. That's it. And what exactly would happen to those kids if all the daycare workers were kidnapped, as they put it? They're not kidnapped though, because they're not kids. Um, let's say that they were illegally arrested, then they would be abducted. But we don't even know if they were illegally arrested. So what would happen to the kids? Just out of curiosity, because this is her point, right? Her point isn't about the daycare workers. Her point's about the kids, right? Or is it about the daycare workers? She just fluttered back and forth between them, flittering between. Oh, but think about the poor immigrants. But the kids left there at the daycare. She couldn't even figure out what she was trying to say. And the kids left there at the daycare. What? They just stay there forever and form some sort of post-apocalyptic child-only society, like some sort of generic trope. Like, no, the kids aren't going to be left in the daycare until the end of time. There's no problem there. I would love to have context for this full thing. I've sifted through some of the 2.3 thousand replies in only 5 hours, and there's nothing that I can really see. There was one. Here we go. The congresswoman said that ICE agents stormed into the daycare and that the children were huddled together and they used like tear gas and had assault rifles. I don't believe that, and they don't provide any links or proof, and yet no one I've seen provides any proof in here. They just make they literally just quote. They're quoting Anne Frank. There was someone else quoting Karl Sochka, Auschwitz survivor. Sorry if I mispronounced that. That they think they can just use that fear that they have, a fear that they themselves have created, in order to do whatever they want. And it's getting to that point where they will do whatever they want. They sit there and they convince themselves that other people are pure evil. That's a literal quote right there. These thugs are pure evil. And they will one day justify this insanity, and when they do, that's when it's all going to kick off. You're giving them a reason. Now, to round off this video, I like to give context for everything. I mean, most of what I'm even saying about ICE isn't actually about ICE at all. It's not about MAGA or Republicans, for that matter. It's just about the hyperbolic nature of echo chambers, how people just they lose their minds, especially about politics. And there's a lot of people calling this woman racist and stuff, and you know, she might be. If it says it right here that she's racist, but you know, a lot of people making some very vulgar insults towards her, calling her inbred and stuff. She's certainly unpleasant. Just everything about what's happening is unpleasant. But it's important to note that you're not a member of ICE, so you shouldn't go out of your way to do things like this. You're not making a citizen's arrest. You're blocking the road. I don't care if it's someone wearing a rainbow-colored cape or some blonde, annoying Karen who's a MAGA, red hat, whatever you want to call her. I mean, I don't even know what she is, but presumably. But it's just annoying. Just get out of the road. Stop being a problem for everybody else. And this is also very dangerous for her, for everybody else. I mean, the guy recording, he seems to be relatively pleasant. I don't understand Spanish, but there's a translation right around here for you to read. And he's speaking in a pleasant demeanor and stuff. I don't really understand what this lady's problem is, but I think she's the flip side of Reddit. Like, she is the Republican version of Reddit. She's what Reddit hates, and she hates Redditors, I'm sure. And they're like both two sides of the same coin, where neither one of them are pleasant. We shouldn't have either of them. No one wants this lady blocking the road. No one wants like vigilante Karens out there just running amok, causing problems. It's giving ICE a bad name as well. Like, I mean, you know, a worse name than they already have or would have otherwise. People like this, they make Redditor rhetoric a reality, and just don't do it. Don't go out there with a gun or block a road or whatever to try and arrest people because they're speaking Spanish. That's exactly what Redditors are going to latch onto, and then that is going to fuel even more animosity by the right wing, and it's just gonna, you know, ping pong back and forth. Just don't do it. Just don't be this woman.
Aquí estamos trabajando y vino una señora que dijo que iba a llamar a ICE y no quiere dejar pasar ningún camión. Mira todos los camiones parados, ella atravesó su camión en el medio y nada, dice que va a llamar a ICE porque no quiere que nadie trabaje. Mire la señora aquí que va a llamar a ICE. ¿Va a llamar a ICE? Claro. ICE. Mira, esta es la señora que va a llamar a ICE.
I said ICE is coming.
¿Sí? Dice ICE is coming?
All of you guys are
Okay. Dice que ICE is coming. Pues nada. No quiere dejar a nadie trabajar. Dice la señora que va a llamar a ICE.
I'm calling the police.
Dice que es coming.
Now, I don't even know what she was doing. Like, she said ICE is coming, and then I think she said all of you guys are American, but I don't know if that was supposed to be a question or what. And then she shouts no and says, I'm calling the police. That's the only thing I can understand from the audio there. But that just, like, I don't even know what's happening. But with that many trucks, you don't really have any kind of excuse to block the road. Okay, they're speaking Spanish, but if there's that many people, like, what are you gonna do? You're like 75 years old and considerably overweight. Are you gonna take them all on? Are you gonna deport them? Or are you planning on just executing? Like, what? You're gonna blockade the road, and screw everybody over? Don't. Just don't. Don't leave all that crap up to the professionals. Don't make any Redditors' dreams come true, and then, you know, maybe tensions can lower a bit. These people. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Take care now. Bye-bye then.